Okay, so we're moving on to chapter 4.3, and we've moved on from surface area, and now we're going to be focusing on volume. So what is volume? Well, volume can easily be described as the stuff in it, or the stuff inside. So with surface area, we counted up all of the squares on the outside, but in volume, we're actually counting up the cubes. So there is 1 cube, and 2 cubes, 3, 4, and then there's some more on the bottom, and so forth. Okay? Or you could be thinking of it like an aquarium, where we're actually filling up the aquarium with a number of little cubes. And so forth. Okay, so the very first shape is a rectangular prism, and we previously learned about rectangular prism for surface area, but of course now we'll be doing volume. So we're going to be labeling the sides, the length, the width, and the height, and then we're going to be writing out the formula, which is just length times width times height. So I'd like you to make a new formula sheet that you'll be able to use on your assignment and quizzes, or assignments and quiz. And you should make sure to label it your volume formula sheet as opposed to your previous surface area formula sheet. And again, we're going to have a picture, the name of the shape, and the formula. Okay, so we've got the length, the width, and the height. This will be our length. So our length is 12 meters. The width is 10 meters. And then the height is 12 meters. And to figure out the volume, we just multiply the length by the width by the height. So that's going to be 12 times 10 times 12. And that equals 1440. And then we're going to put our units, which is meters. Now, for surface area, as you remember, we put a 2. But for volume, we're going to put a 3. And that will be the same for all volume. All right, so let's go on to this one. So for this rectangular prism, the length is 10 feet. The width is 11 feet. And the height is 12 feet. So for our volume, it's going to be 10 times 11 times 12. And that equals 1 3, 2, 0. And then our units is feet cubed. Alright, so I'm going to have you do this one on your own. So the first thing that I'd like you to do is label the rectangular prism with your length, your width, and your height. So go ahead and pause the video and do that now. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to put my length is 5 yards. My width is 3 yards. And my height is 6 yards. And then for my formula, I will multiply them all. So I would like you to do that right now, is multiply or fill out the formula and multiply, and then make sure you list your unit. So go ahead and pause the video and do that now. Okay, so you should have 5 times 3 times 6, which equals 90 yards cubed. Alright, so now you're ready to complete your chapter 4.3 homework, and you're going to be working on questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And just like previous sections, 2 questions on the chapter quiz will be similar to the homework questions.